Someone that is in the game for is Adam22. Come on. We're a couple weeks late, but I have a very unique angle on this, having once dated a adult star. So I think my opinion is valid on it. But I want to immediately toss it out to you guys. Do you guys have any right off the bat feelings on what happened? I guess for the audience that is unaware, Adam22, Lena the Plug, two technically adult film stars who are married and also have a child. Adam has been, they run a show, you know what, I'll say it. They run a show called Plug Talk, where they interview other adult stars and then fuck them afterwards. And it's a whole thing. And Adam has, fat Latina booties and black booties and all kinds of different booties bouncing on his face. And he's doing all kinds of stuff to him.
But he also has a podcast called No Jumper, which is a wildly successful, like more urban-based podcast. It's great. He's a businessman.
He is a businessman. And so that's going to be the question and going to be the crux of this conversation, right? And so for the longest time, Lena had never hooked up with another man besides Adam. She was in videos with Adam, but never another man. And maybe, 2 weeks ago, they make this announcement that Lena is going to be doing her first ever guy-girl scene with a male performer. And this broke the internet. Twitter did not know what to do, how to handle this situation. Aiden Ross flipping out, Andrew Tate, mind blown. All of these people trying to make sense of a situation that didn't seem to have any sense to be made. And days later, this video rolls out of her having these intimate relations with a man by the name of Jason Love, someone who the person I was once dating also had a video with, and a quite famous video with. And so the internet has been ablaze.
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, because the issue is, in one sense, he let another guy fuck his wife for the entire internet to see behind a paywall. Well, that's not the issue. That's actually where I go, I'm a business guy. I could see the angle they're taking. They teased it, dude. They teased it ahead of time. They built the hype up ahead of time. Then the video dropped behind a paywall. I bet they made bank. From a strictly business decision, these people are hustlers. And I can respect that. And
where do you draw the line?
I'll draw the line when Adam commented on my Twitter picture that said, engaged to my best friend, and said, let her sleep with another dude.
No, I did not
That's
see
where
that.
I draw the fucking line.
Oh my God.
The guy's out of his fucking mind. The guy's out of his mind.
I have been thinking that lately. So I know Adam very well. I've known Adam for years and years. I've done his show multiple times. We've had, by the way, it's very, us having this conversation makes sense. We've had Adam and Lena on the show before a long time ago.
Cool. He's cool. He's awesome.
Adam is very cool. He's a cool guy. There's a lot of things I like about Adam for sure. I was surprised about this one. I was very surprised about this one. And there's so many different factors involved. There's the fact that they're married. This is the one that started to make me think they have a child. Does that impact an adult star's desire to continue working in the space as a mom, a question. It's not a basis. I do have my own opinions on it. Maybe we get there. Also, something tells me something behind the scenes happened that basically forced this. And I've seen it on streams. I've seen Lena hinting to the fact that Adam has been unfaithful in the relationship. He has cheated on her in the past. I don't know if it was recently. I don't know if it was a long time ago.
She basically had a wild card.
That's what it seems like. But I also know that Lena is very, very faithful to a wild extent, and she probably is so forgiving in that aspect that she wouldn't have done that without his like semi permission at least.
It's the interesting part is filming it and putting it online, because otherwise you're kind of just swingers, which is probably way more.
Nah, because she wouldn't have done it. She would.
It was a cash grab.
She clearly has no desire to be hooking up, and also
who presented the idea? Do you think
it had to have been her?
No, if I know them, I think it was Adam. That's why. If I know them, it was but what I was saying was it could have been Adam under the preface that it was to satiate another fault. Like him saying, listen, this is how you can forgive me for what I've done. You do this video, you take 100% of the proceeds. How do you feel about that? But bro, regardless, I cannot see a world where this does not complicate that relationship. And I watched the stream with Tate that, by the way, your brother was on, and I have a whole heap of thoughts on that. Maybe we get to it later in the episode. But, you know, Tate raised a very good point, which was, regardless of how you feel now, does this act come up, you know, later on when you guys get in a fight and now she's already fucked another dude? And maybe starts thinking a little bit differently about how much she has to be with you, or how you're the only dick she's had in a long time. Like, does that change her psyche? Does that change her approach to, you know, arguments, disagreements, debates, right? Like, knowing that you have other options. I mean, she knows she has other options,
100%.
but like,
yeah.
does it change? Does
Yes.
it change the dynamic?
100%.
How can it not?
And final question on it: if there was nothing that seemed more apparent of a cash grab situation, and I think you're right about it, is the fact that they went straight interracial BBC. Like they didn't like weave people into it. They were like, yo, we're gonna do what will cause the most. Look at David. Can you keep your hands like that, Caleb? The
guy's packing.
A lot.
He's hung like a horse.
They don't call him Jason Love for nothing, bro.
Tough.
He's got a.
Did Adam film it?
No, that would be some cuck behavior. Adam's not a. He's not.
Adam
is a money. Adam cares about money. Adam cares. It's very clear. I know that without a shadow of a doubt. I thought that might have been a line for him. I really did. I'm very surprised in his decision. I really am.
I've been impressed by his iron mental fortitude. It looks like he's impenetrable. Everyone's clowning on him, right? Like, why would they not? You let a guy with a horse cock fuck your wife on camera, and he just doesn't care. He seems unfazed by it. He's making jokes out of it. That's where I gotta take my hat off. I don't know how the guy has found that confidence.
You have to. At
That's
that point.
insane.
Yeah, I was
have
gonna
to.
say that if he shows
no other
even
play.
one crack in his shield on that, it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be open season on his ass.
Open season.
You
It
know what I'm
already is,
saying?
though. It already is. Like, this is the most I've seen the internet favoring one direction or one side, and this guy's like, I don't give a fuck. What are you talking about? It's, you know, I let another guy fuck my wife. That's what I did.
and also just to bring up the opposing viewpoint, and just to make sure I get it out there, Adam has had intimate relations with hundreds and hundreds of other women, and obviously in the society we live in, and maybe it's right or wrong. I'm not commenting on that, but you know, she's given him this always on pass to shoot, and so it. Let's put it like this. I'll put it like this. My final thought on it. Could never be me. Could never be me. And that should be an obvious statement. The idea of someone that you're currently with hooking up with another man could never be me, right?
Yeah.
That said, the difference in a situation where where both people are already adult film stars and one of them is already hooking up with hundreds of other people does make it a dramatically different dynamic than the average conversation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but when you were with your ex, would you ever go back and watch old work of hers?
Are you asking me if I'm a cuck on the Impaulsive show? Is that what you're asking me? Well, I'll be honest with you. Obviously, I'd seen a tremendous amount of her stuff prior to hooking up with her.
But at that, you cut it off.
Yeah, it starts to change how you.
Yeah.
It starts to change how you look at the person completely. I mean, you start to, and I know I can tell Logan's getting fidgety. And it was funny because Tate said, I'm incredibly uncomfortable with this conversation. And it really is. It's actually, to be completely honest with you, it is a very, similarly to the NPC streams, it's a
ice cream so good.
Exactly.
Like a cowgirl. Yes. Grab. Pop. Ice cream so good. Got me feeling like a cowgirl. It's uncomfortable. How do you, we're here. We're at the lowest rung of the ladder that you talked about at the beginning of the show.
Yep.
This is another example of that.
Yep.
Gnarly place to be. I respect the hustle, guys. I get it, but damn, you're sacrificing some shit for that. Hey guys, if you like that clip, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see more zany clips, click the video right here.